Hello, welcome to another video by Indicator Vault. This is Ronald, and in today's video we're going to go over the Scientific Scalper. So we can see here in this lower panel, this is what it is. It shows up in the lower window panel on your TradingView chart. And I've got the daily time frame pulled up. I just wanted to show you an example of a bearish way to view this indicator. After this, we're going to go into a lower time frame and use it on a 15-minute chart and go over some recent price action with it. But I know it's called the Scientific Scalper, and it works incredible on lower time frames. You still can use this as confirmation for higher time frames, such as the daily. But the way this works is it's a two-part indicator. The first, you want to look at the background. We can see here, this has been in a bearish trend for quite a while. And that is going to show up in the background. As we see the red, it is indicating bearish trend. And so that is the first step that we need to look at. And what that does is it helps filter out all of these other signals. So obviously, looking at the green signals, this is signaling a move up, a buy. And the red or pink ones are signaling a sell or a move down. So the two-part thing is when this is red, for a bearish trend, we're actually filtering out or ignoring the buy signals, right? Because we want to be trading with the trend. And so it's basically a two-part filter of, okay, when it's red, we are only looking for sells. And so then when it gives us our sell signal, then we can look to enter a trade. So it's a two-part thing of filtering out, high probability and low probability trade setups. So I just wanted to give you an example of this, and now we're going to drop into a 15-minute time frame, a lower time frame, and look at some recent moves we could have caught in a bullish trend, which was mostly this up move here. So here we are now with the British pound 15-minute chart, and you can see now the background is blue. So on the 15-minute, it was catching the uptrend. Now, one thing I do want to point out is the background will change. So for instance, even though it's not showing here, over here it was red. It will not show up now that the trend has changed to bullish. Right, it will just give you the most recent price action, the most recent trend to be trading with. Now, so obviously, like I said, when it's blue, we're now filtering out the sell signals and only looking for buy signals. But one of the best confirmations to also have on your chart without cluttering it too much is our order block Gen indicator. And here's the price action I wanted to go over. And this is another way to even filter out even more trades, even more high probability trades. So for instance, let's start here. We've got blue background and we see a buy signal form. Well, where's it form? It forms right as this bullish order block has been alerted to us on our charts. So that is a triple confirmation right here. For instance, look at these. No bullish order blocks forming. And we see price takes out the low. Sure. Could you still have maybe taken this one for some quick scalps, maybe move your stop loss to break even with maybe a small loss? Yeah, that's a way you could have done that as well. But if you have the patience and want the highest probability trades, this will be one of the best filters you can have, is also our order block gen. And so it's just a simple 3-part strategy you can use for the Scientific Scalper, which already offers an easy to read 2-part confirmation. A 3rd part could easily be our order block gen indicator. So what do we have? Price breaks above it. Typically I prefer a close above it, but since we already have all 3 of the confirmations, the 2 here, and our order block gen is formed, once price dips back into it, we could easily get into a buy without fearing that this low will be violated. And of course, if you did that in less than an hour, you've got this massive run up into this gap here, easily taking out these highs. And so also another way to use this is for high probability order blocks. So for instance, if we've got the blue background in an uptrend, we can expect supply, or bearish order blocks to be taken out. It is likely not going to hold. Sure, they may give some sort of reaction or retracement, but ultimately we are expecting them to be taken out. And so we can use them as take profit levels as well. So move up. If you got in here, you're in great position. Could catch the retracement. This looks like it may have dug into just a little bit past the 70.5. Which it did, but still, if you get in on the 70.5 with your stop below here, great R&R trade. So let's keep going. We are expecting these lows to not get run through. As long as we've got the blue background and it keeps printing valid buy signals, then we are expecting these bullish order blocks to continue to hold. So we don't get any bullish signals here, but we still got the one from down here. This one prints here. However, we don't get an initial reaction, but look at this one. Price gives the signal here, but we still got a little bit of a retracement to go. Like I just said, in a bullish trend, if we've got this blue, we can expect these order block lows to not get violated. So I put that line here to show this one never does. So another way to use, it's basically the same way as I just pointed out down here. If we get it just offered more time in between. If you get a bullish signal in a bullish trend, the blue background, you can find the most recent bullish order block and then look to trade inside of that. Either look for maybe a fib extension, or not an extension, sorry, fib level, 61.8, 75 to trade from, or even the halfway point of these order blocks are going to be highly sensitive levels as well. See that? 50% of this range never even closes below it. Just a few wicks and then takes off again. Again, just to reiterate that, when we see a bullish signal in the trend, look for the most recent bullish order block and trade from that zone, and you will have, super high probability trades. Let me actually go to today's. Actually, let me go to the 5-minute. I believe that is where I wanted to even refine even more. Okay, finally found the section I want to look for. Again, just refining even more to the 5 minute in today's price action. Same thing. What are our filters? First, look for the background, blue. So we're just looking for buys. Wait for a bullish signal. Forms right here. So you could have bought with the expectation of having your stop loss probably, a few pips below here to account for a spread. We can see price does break above it, comes back into the zone, flies up. But what if you did not get that entry? Well, we get another signal here, but I want to point out this one thing. With this method, you're looking for the most recent bullish order block in the past. We see one here forms right after. And now, yes, we could certainly reasonably expect this to hold and, price push up. We did not. Would have gotten stopped out if you put your stop loss below here. But looking at the range, it's reasonable to expect a deeper retracement than just here. Even though it does go to the 75 and shoot up, if it comes back down, it would not be, uncommon for it to take out that low again. However, this is, a way, to view price to continue up, but it just would not have worked out. But with this strategy, I'm showing that is not one we would have been looking at. We would have been looking at this one, the order block prior to the buy signal, the most recent one. So even if you did get in here and get stopped out, that's fine, because this is offering another buy. Look at the top of the zone, just wicks into it, and it continues to fly up even more. So this is the Scientific Scalper, and I know I talked a lot about the order block gen in this one too, but I wanted to add that as a great confirmation. It's, super clean. It does not clutter up your chart, this strategy. It's a perfect 3-part confirmation that you can use for, day trading and even just swing trading on higher time frames as well. And, patience is a huge part in trading, one of the most important things. And this system can help with that, with just clearly defining the criteria to get into buys or sells, get into whatever trades you want. Marks out the zones for you, tells you where lows or highs should not be violated and which ones should. So anyway, that's the Scientific Scalper. A great 2-part confirmation to filter out your trades, whether you're long or short. And I hope this video was helpful. And until next time, best of luck trading.